Hello everybody, welcome back to Brad Fab Garage. It's been a couple weeks. We've been waiting on parts. We've been waiting on a few other things like that. But the Mustang project is doing well. Got the transmission back yesterday, new torque converter for that. So we're getting back on the Mustang here pretty quick. But while I'm in the midst of waiting for that, I got a new box in here on the floor for the Camaro. I am having some issues with ride height on my car. We all like them low to the ground and all that kind of good stuff, but my downpipe, if I can get down here, is getting closer and closer to the ground. And right there, it's about maybe 3 inches, which is hard to deal with when you want to put your wife and 2 kids in the car or just another adult. So, these coil springs are binding. Now, they are a Moroso jump-up spring. They are a big block spring. But the problem with this is with the big block and all that, those springs can handle about 1,800 pounds on the front wheels. This thing's been sagging, like I said before, so I took and weighed this at the truck stop, and I have 2,400 pounds on the front wheels. And that could be because maybe, I don't know, big turbo, lots of exhaust pipe, water to air intercooler, and a bunch of other stuff. So the car's heavy in the front end. And the only way I know to fix that is we're going to go with some of these. Now, this is I think it was Ride Tech. Can't see my stickers in here. Yep, Ride Tech. This is a dual rate spring. So, and this one is for a big block Camaro. That is a 1.5 to 2 inch of lowered from factory height. So, I'm hoping that the spring rate on these springs, which is the dual rate, is quite a bit more than the Moroso jump-up springs. We all love the jump-up springs. They work phenomenal, but I'm tired of dragging. We are going to try these springs, see how they work, see if we like them. And I would like to have at least an 1.5 inch more ground clearance than what I have now. Yes, it won't look as cool, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, you gonna throw a firecracker at me? Hey, look out now. You get your firecrackers in trouble already. I knew you were gonna do that.
They're so loud. I did it in the where mommy's car goes, the
Garage.
Yeah, the garage. It was so loud, 10 times louder than that one. It was so loud. It even got me.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be that loud.
Yeah, she's nose heavy. She picked the back of the car up 4 or 5 inches. Oh, that battery didn't charge up very well. Come on, last one. Gonna have to do something about these front brakes. They are dirty, which means they're probably really cheap. All right, so these springs are cool bind, and I can't even get my finger between them now, and they've got all the weight off of them. So, oh, look at that. This is another reason why we are raising this car back up. Front tires are rubbing here, and well, the tire hank is rubbing right there too, and it's already burnt through this strap, so, or that heat strap. So that's why we're doing this. This bolt is smashing probably a hole in that tube right there. It's just problems. So it's time to fix this. We are going to try and knock this out tonight. It is hot, so if you guys hear my fan blowing at me, it's just gonna have to be like that because it's like 102 today, and it's hot. Ain't no other word to it, it's just hot. So there's no use in complaining about it. It's just time to go to work, get this stuff done, and hopefully it all comes apart pretty easy, because it's only been together for about a year and a half, I think, since we first put the front end and all in it. So let's see how things go. All right, so ball joints. Just grabbed a handful of wrenches here just to see what was what. And it's gonna be that one. So we're going to ease this one down. Get the jack under here, and hopefully this pops off pretty easy. I do need to get that shock out. I about forgot that, so that wouldn't have been good. All right, so 9/16, little WD-40, 1/2 inch down there. Let's get it. Okay, and of course my impact is, my DeWalt impact is dead, so go figure. We'll get these juiced up a little bit and get them out. Get this shock off. 1/2 inch. Need a 9/16 for up there. Alright. Hopefully this top shock will come out pretty easy. I'm not wrestling that. Just like this. Perfect. Nothing nicer than taking apart something that has not been together very long, as it sounds. All right, I gotta get down here. Come out nicely there. So all you need to do is get the jack in here and knock this loose and see how easy she wants to come out. Probably gonna come out pretty easy, but hopefully not just. That got her attention. Let me take this out too, because that just looks like it's going to be in the way. Go. Okay, everybody stand back. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Didn't kill us anyway. All right, now let's just try and get it out. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Okay, so we're going from this Moroso jump up spring, which is only about 250 psi per square inch, I think is what it is. So even though it looks like it's a longer spring, it compresses a whole lot more than this one is. So I'm hoping I got what I need. So we're just gonna put it in and see what happens. But there's definitely a big difference in spring pressure between these two. So, and if I'm seeing what I'm seeing right, the tighter coils should go on top, smaller coils on the bottom. Okay, so I was able to put these in, and even the Morosos, without a spring compressor last time. So I'm hoping I get that lucky this time, and everything goes just as well. So with these being a whole lot shorter, I'm hoping they go in easier, and I hope they're the right ride height. So these are supposed to be 1.5 to 2 inches lower than stock at ride height. So I'm hoping they're right, and I don't have to do it again and ship back some $250 springs. So normally we would go words up. So that's the way we're gonna try. These are dramatically shorter than what the other ones are, but like I said, spring rate has a big determining factor on what you're actually gonna do with this stuff. So hoping these go in without any problem. Some tension against it. Make sure everything is up inside the bucket on the top. I'm gonna get a flashlight for that. Little handy dandy. It's hard to see anything in here. Hope. Enough of that. Starting over. Right there. Okay, that seems to be in the right spot. Now we gotta hold it there and push that spring back in, it looks like. There she goes. I think that did it. I believe so. Alright, let's jack it back up, put our ball joint back in, and see if we got anywhere with that one. It sure sounds like it's in the right spot. Get that on there for safety. Nothing popping off on us. She is already coming off the jack stands. Let's see. there. Floor. There we go. All right, cotter pin, cotter pin, cotter pin. There she is. Okay. Whew. That side's in. Alright. Let's go ahead and put the shock in. Whew. About time for another t-shirt already. It is too hot to be out here doing this. I swore last year that by this time I'd have my shop air conditioned. And car parts happened. Not only that, we're building the Mustang, so I'll suffer for a few months and work on it maybe next year. All right. It's definitely a whole lot easier than those jump up springs were. If I remember, I wrestled with those things for quite a while. I didn't use the spring compressor on them, but I don't know if it's just the geometry of these control arms or what, but they went in 10 times easier than they did on my brother's Chevelle. But between the two of us with compression tool, spring compressor, whooped our butts. If you haven't seen that, go watch the Chevelle videos. They're a good run of videos on there too. Alright, put my little bump stop back in here. I think that's actually supposed to go on the back side because there's got a little pad in it right there. Alright, I'm going to take a fan brake. We'll start on that side. We know what all we need now. There, a little flashlight. And I'm going to find the fan. Oh, much better. It's hot. It's almost dark and it is still hot. Alright, I want to get this done. So, we know that side went pretty easy. Not going to say anything because we all know why. But I'm going to have to change the battery because that little light right there is saying it's almost dead. We'll be right back. Alright, getting everything moved over to the passenger side. And these batteries, you guys need to let me know what you're using. I'm using a GoPro 10 now. I had a GoPro 9. Lost that one racing motorcycles when I decided to face plant a tree or ground or something and broke it off my chin mount on my bike, my helmet. So let me know what you're using because these battery lives, I know the heat does not help at all, but man, I'm getting like half the battery life I was out of a Hero 9. So let me know what you guys like using. Okay, I am hoping this goes as easy as that side did. It's usually not my luck, but we'll see what happens. This bump stop was on the wrong side of the car also. So maybe I didn't pay attention enough whenever I put it together. But I don't think those, I think they were already mounted. I'm kind of bummed about my wrap getting messed up in here because that took a while and I was happy with the outcome. It looked really nice, but probably have to redo this or might be able to run a wire band around it or something. I don't know. We'll see. That might go. Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me. All right. go. Alright, let's get this situated here. That's about where we were. There she goes. Pressure off. There she comes. Hey, nobody jump. Something is holding that in. There she goes. There we go. That wasn't too bad. That was loud. Alright, let me get rid of that one. Alright. Let's get our ends right here. Let's find her name. There it is. Alright. Some of this crap out of there. Make a mess. Yeah, ooh, my knee is still a little tender. Alright, we know we had a lot of room to work with on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this up here a little bit. Okay, now that spring needs to go that way. And I have to straighten my leg out. Can't do that. Alright. She is. Ooh. I do not like having my legs under here, but I still can't fold this and lay over very far after surgery, so I'm kind of having to push it a little bit. Get this moved up in there. Do not like my legs under a car like that. There she goes. Man, what did we do right? All right, up we go. Oh, baby. Right on in. See all that metallic in there? Brake disc problems. Brake pad problems. Can't talk today either. Alright. Like I said before, I just hope I don't have to take these out to just the right height again on them, so I'm hoping the factory weights are going to be fine. And not make this thing ride like a gasser. Flashlight, there it is. Almost there. Let's try this one. Here we go. All right, let's put a shock in it. That was way easier than I was expecting it to be. Last time I had the whole car apart, so I didn't know what was what. But that went way nice. Matt, sorry your Chevelle was such a pain in the butt, but the Camaro was a perfect gentleman. But I just hope I don't have to take it out. Like you said, hopefully she's not riding high in the front. That would suck. Hello?
Hey, babe.
What'd you bring me?
Some goodies.
Other than a kiss?
Yes.
Sweet tea?
Sure.
Because it's hot.
Would you like some?
Yes, please. Actually, you just hand me my cup over there.
Okay.
I think it's there on this counter. The one closest to the edge.
Are you about ready for dinner?
Getting there.
Okay. You need some help to
No,
finish up?
I'm almost done to put the wheels on it and see if it sits right like I want it to or not. Because if the ride height's not right or too high, I got to pull the springs out and trim them down.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna test it tonight?
I'll be on the ground in 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not worried about driving it. I know that's going to work. I'm more worried about how the ride height is. I think it needs to go over a little bit more.
I thought the springs were blue. Oh, they are.
Good observation, babe.
Well, I saw the blue springs over there when we came in earlier from Stillwater, and then I see the black ones on the ground, and I was like, how is he going to be done in 5 minutes if the springs are still on the ground?
Those are the old ones.
And then I look up under the car, and I
Hey,
see
and they're blue.
You know?
You've been in the air conditioning. You're not even heat delirious or anything.
No.
You can't even blame it on that.
I know, right? But you didn't marry me for my car expertise.
I thought you was gonna say your smarts.
No.
Will you go over there and turn this to the driver's side, please, or just turn it till I say it's straight?
Sure. Is it turned to driver's side?
Yes. It's good right there.
Yeah, I guess it is straight.
You see what this did down here?
Can you see?
I'm gonna show you. See where the tire is rubbing here, and it wore this out, and that was poking a hole in the downpipe right there, which I do not know how it's not all the way through.
Oh my goodness.
And the control arm was rubbing right here, so
Yeah.
that's why it was
Not
doing what it was doing.
riding good.
All right, time to put some wheels back on and see what we gained or lost. Other than 5 pounds of sweat out here. I'm hoping that we gained 1.5 inches. This fender lip right here was at 25 inches, I think is what I measured the other night. So I'm really hoping that it's 26.5, maybe 27. It won't look too out of place. And of course we will have to drive it, give the springs a little bit of time to settle, that kind of thing. So okay, let's see what happens. Don't spill that. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what that looks like. I can see the top of the tire, so that's kind of a good thing. Before, my fenders were down all the way to here. So let's grab a tape measure and see what it is now, and see what it is if it starts settling. Where'd my tape measure go? There it is. Ready to sit in front of that fan again. Oop. All right, so before anything settles, that's barely 1.25 inches. So if it stays like that, and I might be okay. It just depends on if it holds the extra weight or what it does. So probably gonna go drive it and come back and see what it does. Definitely way more firmer than it was. Alright, only a drive will tell. So basically we gained 1 inch, or a little bit more than 1 inch. But if it doesn't compress as much, I think we'll be okay. Alright, made it back to the shop. Took it on a little test drive. And looks like these are still sitting right at 26 and a hair. So it hasn't settled much. It does drive nice. It does not drag anymore. But it does not leave like it did with the Moroso shocks in it. So it's a little stiff in the front. So hopefully that's not going to be a traction problem, and we got to make more changes to correct that. But only time will tell. And we'll get it out when it's not quite so hot, and go do a little testing somewhere and see what we get out of it. But I'm not overly disappointed in the ride height, because it's only 1 inch higher than it was. Car still sits nice and level. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way it rides, but I'm gonna have to see how it does when we go do some testing. Of course, with it being stiffer out front, those Morosos throw that front end up in the air and it plants those tires. We'll see you guys later. Like and subscribe. We'll have more coming on the Wild Stang up here. So we'll have a transmission in this thing here pretty quick. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.